conferences, piles of flyers, getting stuck on endless email lists, never-ending calls. There's an easier way to sort through and find the best school fundraisers. School Zone Podcast proudly presents the 10 Top School Fundraising Ideas for 2017, a guide of top fundraising companies hand-picked from the best podcasts. As an added bonus, it lists 5 awesome resource companies that would add tremendous value to your school and students. A guide to 10 top fundraising companies and 5 resource companies. And we're giving the guide away for free. That's right, for free. Ready to simplify the search? Download the free guide at schoolzonepodcast.com. Welcome to School Zone School Fundraising Ideas Podcast. We interview top fundraising and resource companies to help you find a solution to your next school fundraising or school resource need. Are you ready to simplify the search? Now, here's your host, Matt Miller.
Hello, School Zone Podcast listeners. Matt here, San Jose, California, San Jose Convention Center with Miss Katie Deshan of the Imagination Machine. Katie, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing awesome. So I've been to a lot of these shows, and I've never heard the Imagination Machine before. And I know that's a sin, but man, share with us about you and the company, because it sounds really, really cool.
It is really cool. Okay, so we are a school assembly program. We were founded in 1981 by Miss Debbie Wren, and she was a elementary school teacher and also a working actress. And so she kind of combined both her loves to create this program. And what we do is students will submit their creative writing to us, and we will choose about 10 per school, all grade levels from TK up to 6th grade. And we come in and we do a 45-minute assembly where we perform their stories. And we use funny sets and funny props and costumes. And we have a live piano player as well, so we can sing and dance and do whatever, strikes our fancy that day. But it's really to encourage, creative writing, and watching their stories come to life is so exciting for them. And I know that after they see it, they just want to go write more. And for schools we've been going to for ever and ever, the 6th graders will remember us and be like, oh, you did such and such, the story about the lost puppy, and that was my sister's story. Or we'll have teachers say, you performed at my school 20 years ago and you picked my story. The stories are endless, and we still receive, letters from adults whose stories we chose back in the day, thanking us and telling us what they're doing with their lives now. And before I joined the company, they also performed in my elementary school, and I got to perform in my own elementary school last year in an assembly. So it was a big come full circle moment. It was really exciting. Yeah.
I own another company called School Spirit Vending. We actually have a table over here.
Oh, cool.
We're a school fundraising company. We've been around for about 10 years.
Amazing.
But we just started doing business in Illinois, and I grew up outside of the Chicago area. And one of my goals here is in the next year that Southeast School, where I went to school and where my sister Heidi here went to school as well, that we'll be doing business there,
Right.
So that's cool.
It's nice to come home, and I remember as a kid watching them, and I would be like, please pick my story, but I was such that kid that I probably wrote 2 on the nose for them, like, and now the actors must leave the stage and come back on wearing a full ball gown. And they're like, who is this kid? We can't do that. But so I was that kid. But it's really fun to go. And a couple of my teachers were still there. And I also perform in schools all over Orange County where my family lives. So my sister is able to come and bring my 1.5-year-old niece to watch the shows. That was like her first introduction to theater. She came and watched one of our assemblies when she was 6 or 7 months old and loved it. And she still comes now. She's 1.5, and she'll wave and point. So I really think it's a great way to meet the curriculum while also encouraging creativity and the arts, because we all know that we need the arts in the schools right now, especially.
So how many do you pick?
So we pick
school?
about 10 per school.
And So are you guys like total improv troupe, or I mean, how do
we are
you?
like 75 to 85% improv, which is what is so fun about it. And so we go in a little earlier, and we've read the stories, a couple nights to, a week before, and we have like a cast list. Okay, like Katie, you're playing the princess here, and Drew, you're the dragon, and stuff like that. But then we come in and we say, okay, so this dragon is going to be more like Marlon Brando, or this princess is going to have a southern accent, and we all have our kind of go-to characters that we do. And I've been with the company for, oh my gosh, almost over 3 years now, and it's been so wonderful. So it's a lot improv. It's also just a lot like us all knowing each other and what our strengths are, but we do like to play around with each other on stage. And what we love most is when the teachers laugh, and sometimes the teachers laugh more than the kids, and that's when you've like done a good job. We had a teacher, I was doing shows Tuesday morning, and we had a teacher who was laughing so hard she was crying, which is the best. But yeah, it's a lot of improv, and our troupe consists of some amazing improv actors who do comedy elsewhere. We work all over Southern California, whether it's in film or TV or theater. A lot of us work for Disney as well. So it's a lot of fun, and it's great, and it's such a great family, and we really the kids just love it so much too. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And their parents are able to come and watch them, and now I'm on a tangent about how much I love doing this for the kids. But yes, a lot of improv.
So I can't stress the importance of the creativity piece and encouraging kids. And this is my exposure to it. You've been doing this a lot longer. But 3 years ago, I started a comic book company.
Oh, fun.
To supplement and to be in addition to what we do with our vending company, raising money for schools. Because as a kid, I was inspired to read comics, and that has helped me become a lifelong reader.
That's great.
Well, I hired a couple of young guys. One was both Baylor University grads. One was a writer. One was an illustrator. And we just wrote our first novel that we published here called Marlon and Percy Beginnings here a couple months ago.
Oh, cool.
Well, we had a middle school in Fort Collins, Colorado, reach out to us, and they wanted our novel to be what they call part of Preston Reads, their annual program where kids and their parents read a book together over a month and a half. And then the artists come in and share about the background, talk about what they do, and inspire creativity in the kids.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So we did that here. It was early February. The kids just absolutely loved it. And one of the things that we did, which is kind of along the lines of what you guys do, but not nearly at the level you do, is we had the kids create a character. Because Marlon and Percy are two apes that want to be superheroes.
Oh, that's like right up our alley.
Yeah,
In
and
fact, I think I've done that story.
Most of the characters are animals.
Amazing.
So we had the kids submit a character sketch for a future Marlon and Percy comic book.
Oh, cool.
And then we had a contest. And the kids, we had a winner from 3 different schools. One of them was the grand prize winner. And in the comic book that we release in May, their character is going to be in the comic book.
Can you tell me what it is? Is it a secret?
It's a honey badger.
Oh, my gosh. How cute.
And so anyway, so knowing what you guys do now, and kind of what we've done and just the experience we've seen in just 3 schools that we were in back in February, the teachers, the kids, the parents were so excited to have another creative way to inspire them to read, to write, and to follow their passion with art. So anyway, I can't even imagine what it's like doing what you guys do after having just that little experience in just a couple of schools, over a two-day period.
It really, it's magic. And what you were saying about the animals is so funny because a lot of times we play animals. So we have funny little, where's our brochure? I can show you a picture. We have funny little animal heads that we wear. So that's me. I am a dinosaur or maybe a dragon. But we have great costumes and, I'm going to rip this. We have fun little costumes like that, and we have bears and wizards and princesses, but I love it when we get to play animals. I got to be a like triceratops or something the other day, but the creativity the kids come up with is just so great, and the kind of stories they write. One kid wrote a story about King Kong, but it was like their class going on a field trip to see King Kong, but then we couldn't, defeat him because the 5th graders kept eating all the snacks. So eventually we got King Kong to the South Pole, but we couldn't lock him up because the 5th grader ate all the snacks. And this was like a 3rd grade writer, and it was just so funny how they just had seen probably one King Kong movie once in their life and just decided to like bring it to life. And I love it, especially when they use familiar characters like that. Kids are inspired by Harry Potter, kids are inspired by Disney, and sometimes they're just inspired by their own lives, and they'll write about themselves. There was, oh my God, like a story about a dad who ate too many chocolate bars and his teeth fell out, and the dad came up to us afterward and said, that was based on me. I was like, oh, you still have your teeth? He's like, of course. But, and it's so funny, especially when the parents are there and the kids have written about them, and how we portray them is so funny, and it's so much fun. And I think it inspires the parents as well to want to go home and read more with them and say, especially parents come up to me and they say, I don't even know where he or she got this idea, but I love it so much. And I hope it opens up a dialogue with them, like, oh, what was this idea from? Oh, it was this story that I read in class and this and that, and it inspires them to buy more books and read more. It's really inspiring, and I love doing what we do because of that aspect as well, and it opens up a dialogue for the teachers as well, and it's just fun to perform and to have them come in and watch us. And I think the teachers sometimes love it more than the kids. They're like, oh, Imagination Machine is here today, yay, we can't wait to watch you guys. It's a lot of fun.
I was little inside baseball here. I performed in 12 different musicals and plays in high school.
Which ones? Let's hear it.
Community theater, etc. Let's say I did anything from God's Favorite to I was Superman my senior year in Superman.
Oh, wow. Superman the musical?
The whole Get Up.
That's amazing.
Yeah. You'll never see a picture.
I'm going to find
though
one.
I'm told that they exist somewhere.
Oh, I'm going to Google.
Let's see what else. Once Upon a Mattress.
Oh, the best.
Fiddler on the Roof. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, now I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, I absolutely love that. I sang in several choirs and all that.
It's so
and
fun.
So, yeah, just to hear what you guys do takes me back a little bit back to the day,
And our troupe is great because our group of actors, we're all working actors as well, who do outside shows and, host bingo and fun things like that, teach improv classes. We're teachers, we're directors, we're performers, we're students. It's such a great group of creative minds all working together, and they all inspire me too. I love working with them because not only are they my coworkers, they're my friends, and I wish we could all be up here right now, but sadly most of them are doing shows right now in Southern California, so I'm here. But it's a really inspiring group, and yeah, we love to sing, and we have our live piano player. Our live musicians are just insane too, and I will watch the teachers watch them sometimes because at the drop of a hat, without sheet music, they just can play anything. If it's a sad story, they play something sad. With our fight music, they'll play The Matrix or Mission Impossible. It's Batman. They're so brilliant, and sometimes I get lost just watching our piano players go to work. They're fantastic, and they're a big part of what we do as well. And they're so funny too because we'll involve them in the stories sometimes, and they'll look at us like, don't come over here, but we do.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a great group, and that's why we're here, because we're trying to do more and more shows abroad, quote unquote. Not really abroad, we're going to France, but we're touring the Bay Area, Central Coast. We do San Diego as well. We did a little book festival in Las Vegas last year, Arizona, but we have our tour dates. So Central Coast is next year in January for 2018, and then we'll do the Bay Area also in January, late January 2018, and we're looking into coming to Sacramento as well, the Lake Tahoe area, because we want to be everywhere. And everyone we talk to about this program that doesn't know about it is like, oh, how do we get you guys in our school? This is amazing. And there's really, nothing like it. And we've been around since 1981. So obviously Deborah is doing something right when she created this company. And it's a great way for us to find our creative outlet and also, get in touch with our silly side and put on a dinosaur head and go about your day. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So now, Deborah, I don't know how happy about this she's going to be or not, but I'm out of the Dallas area. So before you guys know it, you're going to have schools clamoring for you to come out to Texas.
Oh, no. Hey,
too.
we'll go to Texas. Lindsay, that's our artistic director, is Ms. Lindsay. Lindsay, I am asking if we can go to Texas over podcast. She's going to text me in a minute. Wait, when does this air? Is this live?
No, it's not live.
Okay.
We'll get with you as far as when we actually go live with it. So. But yeah, I mean, we'd love to have you out in Texas at some point too.
We'll take a bus to Texas.
Hey, heck yeah!
It would be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah! So I'm looking at these dates,
tours,
and many of them are like 3 or 4 day blocks.
Yeah.
So how many schools are say in that Central Coast? The 16th through the 19th of January, 2018.
We could probably do up to like five or six schools because we'd go to more than one a day probably. So I think we could squeeze them in. And the thing is, if these dates end up being not enough, if we're so in demand, we can definitely extend. Or these are our tentative ones just to put out the feelers and say, if you want us, we're here. But definitely if 14 schools in the Bay Area are like, we need you now, we'll say, okay. We're coming all of January. Is that okay, Lindsay? Oh no, I'm gonna get fired.
So have you done these shows before?
So I have not. I did the book festival in Las Vegas, so this is my first time coming here, but I'm really, really excited about it because I'm really excited to spread the word about Imagination Machine, and I love the Bay Area as well. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna take some time and
twist my arm.
Come up here.
I think I'll go.
Oh, do I really want to go hang out in downtown San Jose for 4 days? I guess.
Let me think about
and talk
that.
to people about this job I love and get free popcorn samples. Twist my arm. And there's Mrs. Fields is near me too. I should sneak over there. I think they've seen me stare at them like, where are the samples? So they may be a little scared of me. But
so you just need to hold a sign, will act for
cookies. Yes, yeah. And I mean, our uniform is also very famous. We have these amazing paint splatter overalls that everyone knows and loves, and I love going out in public in them because people think I'm either super fashionable or just like too cool for school. I go into Starbucks in them almost every day I have work, and people will recognize me sometimes. Oh, you're the Imagination Station machine. Yes, I am. And whenever I wear them, like when I have to go to Whole Foods or something, people are like, oh, trendy, man. So very, very exciting piece of
so this question is going to be a total come out of right field probably, but you've got to have been asked it at some point, my guess. Do you guys have the ability to even do this using technology today to where if you can't actually be in the school?
Oh, we could like
you guys need a studio wherever you are.
That would be
you could literally work with schools all over the planet.
Lindsay, are you hearing this?
Lindsay, listen up. I want to represent the very first school
that does
in Texas.
a satellite Imagination Machine live broadcast.
Yeah,
we're
just
like
a portal.
like
a
the
portal
Oscars.
Transmits you guys
that
right
is
into the
something
school.
To consider. But we're so good live.
You know what? I know, but here's the thing. Okay, I see what you guys are doing, and I am so impressed.
Thank you.
And not that it matters if I'm impressed or not.
Oh, it matters,
but I mean, seriously, I once again, seeing what I saw in February in Colorado, there's schools all over the planet that could benefit from what you guys do.
It really
and
is wonderful.
It's exciting where you guys are.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't need any royalty on down the road or anything for the idea, but
10%.
man, that would be so cool.
Well, thank you.
In those areas where you guys can't to double or triple up your schedule and to be simulcast into here or there or whatever.
It would be great.
Yeah.
I I love what we do so much that any way we can, go further and further is enough for me. And it's, we're at over like 400 or 500 schools now, and it's so fantastic. And I go to schools I've been to before, and I'll remember kids from years previous, and it's so fun. I even performed at my mom's elementary school. This was like a month ago. I was like, my mom went to elementary school here. What? It's amazing. It really is.
So who's a good fit for you guys as far as the setup at the school, and is there a size of the school?
Anything. So we perform at schools with giant auditoriums with like stages and sound system and lights, to schools where we just perform in the library. We are that adaptable. We have a set. We have our backdrop, which is over there as well. We have a little box. We have some ladders, but we could perform in this little cubicle if we had to. Yeah. So anything from a stage to a library to an MP room, to a classroom. Some schools that are smaller, we perform in actual just classrooms, as long as there's room for the kids and they are willing to, pay attention and laugh for 45 minutes. We can be there. There's no school too big or too small for us. Definitely.
Okay, so who are two of a couple of the favorite kind of characters that you play?
Oh. Well, my most famous, this is so silly, I created a character in San Diego, I think like 2 years ago. It was a really sweet story about a little boy who was being bullied, and the mom of the bully stepped in and said, son, stop bullying this kid. So the bully's mom saved the day. But I made her, we call her Vegas Mom, and I wore a really pretty blonde wig and a leopard scarf, and I looked like a tracksuit jacket, and came out and was very like, oh, honey, like, we're from Vegas. We're fun. Like, why are you doing this? So Vegas Mom is famous. And then I have a princess who is confused, and her name is Kathy. And then I have a cow named Boo, or is he a pig?
A cow who's confused?
Yeah.
Or is it a pig that's confused?
I think I'm confused about whether it's a cow or a pig, but it was a pig named Boo. It was a pig. Drew, are you there? And it was just like, Boo, what are you doing? And Boo's like, I'm going to eat some sweets.
We're not editing this part out, Katie.
But yeah, those are my most famous characters. You may know my work from Rupert Murdoch Elementary School, and yeah, I'm just making up names out. We have, we within our like family, we have our little characters that we do, that we always laugh about. One of our guys, Drew, does, I think, the best Alan Rickman impression. So whenever we work together, if he's like a prince or a king or something, he always does Alan Rickman. I can't do it like he does, but we were working together on Tuesday, and he came out as some king and looked right at me and did his voice, and I was like, yes. But yes, those are some of our fun characters. We have everything from like bullies to dancers to weird princesses and dragons and superheroes and fairies and everything in between, and we all do it all, and it's so fun. Unicorns, especially. Unicorns are big now. A lot of people like unicorns, definitely.
Starbucks has added to that in the last couple of weeks.
I don't drink that because I'm afraid it will turn my teeth blue.
Or pink.
But I'm sure it's
both.
Delicious. But
we were at a Starbucks in well, actually here in San Jose earlier this afternoon before we showed up here, talking to a girl there that was working, and they're of course done with that now. They're sold out. And she said,
so it only happened for like 2 days.
It was like a week.
It was a flash in the pan.
It was supposed to be a week, but most places sold out in a couple of days. Well, we said, so did people like it, this and that, or whatever? She said, yeah. She said, but you would be amazed how many people actually bought it to take an Instagram photo.
I'm not surprised at all. That is so our generation. That is so disappointing too. What a waste. Let's see, what other particulars do we have?
Yeah, so give me anything else that schools should know about as far as working with you guys. Timetable, anything else that they would need to be aware of.
Let's see. Well, all of our information is really on our website, which is, here we go, www.theimaginationmachine.com. That is www.theimaginationmachine.com. And also, if you want more info, you can email us at office@theimaginationmachine.com. Very easy. office@theimaginationmachine.com. And all of our info is on our website. It's amazing. Our prices are all on there, as well as information about all 3 of our shows. Obviously, the show we were talking about the most is our writing show, which is our big one. And then we also have 2 other assemblies that encourage creative writing in the beginning of the year to kind of slowly gel them into our writing show later in the year. And those shows are called Who, What, Where for the lower graders and Right Away for the upper graders, which are a lot of fun as well. So all of our info is on the website, as well as phone numbers and our cast list and more about where we came from, Deborah's story about starting the company in the 80s. And, yeah, all that other fun stuff. Lots of fun photos and good stuff on there. www.theimaginationmachine.com.
Awesome. Well, Katie Deshan, thank you for coming by. This was awesome.
This was fun.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
was way cool.
I feel really cool because I love podcasts, so I'm like, well, I've made it now.
Well, now you're a podcast star.
I got to subscribe. I'll do it right now.
Very cool. So, Deborah, by the way, Katie needs a raise.
Oh, no, that's okay.
And she didn't put me up to that. I'm just telling you that right now. And I would love to see you guys do these, like I said, simulcast or whatever, because that would be so cool, because it's not fair that California schools are the only ones that get access to you guys right now.
You are right. We
California
will branch
and
out.
Nevada, I guess. A little
And I
bit,
think there's
so.
in Arizona as well.
Okay.
Or we're planning on it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Katie, thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Yay.
I hope the show goes great for you guys.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. This has been a great first day. So everyone was super nice and yeah, it's
Awesome.
been good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for listening to the School Zone's School Fundraising Ideas Podcast and for simplifying the search. Be sure to subscribe to the show so you don't miss an episode. When you do, please leave us a 5-star review in iTunes or your podcast player of choice. Most teachers and administrators not only want their kids to have developed minds, but opportunities to develop creativity, positive human values, and a sense of personal excellence. But your budget doesn't allow for all of it. You need fundraising. At School Spirit Vending, we are helping a growing number of elementary schools fundraise the easy way, and we do all the work. We provide the sticker vending machine, free customized school logo stickers, licensed and non-licensed stickers like NFL and Disney, as well as tons of other fun stickers that are relevant to kids. The best part? School Spirit Vending is free. No upfront expenses for schools at all. A percentage of machine revenue goes directly to the school, PTA, or PTO each month. And did I say customized stickers? Our skilled graphics team can help custom design your school spirit stickers. You just tell us what you want. The only thing you do is provide us a busy hallway or commons area. Oh, and you'll have to find the time to cash a monthly check. It doesn't get any easier than that. 2,000 elementary schools can't be wrong. To see for yourself how easy year-round, hassle-free fundraising can be, go to schoolspiritvending.com/schoolzone.